With so many talented players in Season 9, it is difficult to assess on who should be included in the regular season MVP race. Fortunately, the MPL has decided to limit the selection, in which the players chosen should be from the top 2 teams in the regular season, a weekly MVP or a statistical juggernaut, and a player who has never committed any serious violation. Based on the chosen criteria, we in SPIN.PH have narrowed down our selections centered on the potential top 2 teams, namely RSG Philippines, MPL-PH, and TNC. Now the biggest question is, from the potential top teams that were mentioned, who should be chosen as their MVP candidate? The fire rises for TNC as they managed to avenge their disappointing last place finish in Season 8 with one of the most impressive turnarounds in Season 9. Their ascent can be contributed to SDZYZ's obsession with the Demon Slayer emblem, or Escalera's shot calling ability, which was further highlighted in Week 6 against MPL-PH. However, there's one player who definitely served as an important backbone for their success, who is none other than TNC's former bench warmer, Things. His presence in the early game would create space for SDZYZ to farm his jungle, and his impact in teamfights cannot be overlooked as he synergizes well with Escalera. Then there are numerous highlight-worthy plays, such as those moments where he constantly annoyed Demon Kite, to the Euro-stepping Lolita against Blacklist International, and even his underrated performances with his Cho and Kufra have led to TNC's sudden emergence into the scene. Surprisingly, he was never chosen as a weekly MVP, as both SDZYZ and Escalera were given the nod over him. However, it can be argued that none of them would be weekly MVPs without Things dictating the match. Due to his overall performance this season, TNC head coach Brendon Lin has personally chosen him to be his MVP for Season 9. When Light first arrived to RSG, many questioned his ability to recover after a rough start. His performances for TNC during Season 8 would further highlight his flaws, and they likewise appeared in RSG's SEA Games campaign against Next Play Evos. But when Season 9 came, Light managed to answer his critics with clutch performance after clutch performance after clutch performance. Given his resurgence, Light manages to wow the community, even his former teammate, 3 Martizzi.
Mas nag-improve siya ngayong season. Sobrang layo na ng dating Light. Sobrang galing na sobrang buong-buo na yung loob niya sa mga games nila.
But besides 3 Martizzi, Coach Panda was also left with a lot of praise for his prized roamer.
All players in all teams deserve, but for RSG, Light is definitely one of the biggest factor that really why made RSG different compared to last season. Because his game style overall and then his sense of game instinct about where to be at the map, yung galaw sa map and then where to be at what timing, also his spell timing, and then also what he needs to do in the targeting of which hero in which situation. He already learned that because of all his experiences before.
With all that's been said, it can never be denied that RSG has seen the light, which ultimately changed their fortunes. By looking at the statistics until Week 7, MPL-PH has solidified itself in almost every category. In terms of assists, Yaoi has boasted the highest average per game, while securing the second most overall assists. The same can be said with Karl'Tzy as he led the kills category. However, in terms of overall statistics, Karl'Tzy makes a strong case for an MVP candidate as he has been involved in the leaderboards in more than one category, which complements his Week 3 MVP award. Throughout his career, Curtisi has always been considered to be one of the most underrated players in the scene, and this is still applicable knowing that he is surrounded with a star-studded Echo lineup. Yet even though the spotlight is directed on his teammates, one can never deny his involvement. Echo-PH wouldn't be able to dissect their foes if Kurt didn't mesh well with Yaoi. Plus, Kurt's ability to surprise his foes with his random entrances would synergize well with Echo's unexpected entrances. And if he wins the award, Coach Arcadia would definitely be proud that his prospect has finally ascended beyond his underappreciated status.
Sa tingin ko, si Kurt kasi dati pa kahit hindi pa siya Echo, I see him as one of the most underrated player in the league. Siguro ito yung ito na yung season na napapansin na talaga yung si Kurt. Baka hindi na siya yung underrated na nasa kanya na talaga yung spotlight. Yeah, I think he deserves naman kung siya yung mag-MVP this season.
Now that we've mentioned our regular season MVP candidates, let us know what you think. Was there any notable omission in this list? Feel free to jot them down in the comment section below.